Hey guys, this is episode 7 of my Pokemon Yellow Legacy Nuzlocke Challenge. Today's episode we're taking on Silphco and then Giovanni, and hopefully getting to badge number 7. Right here you can see a little bit of me fighting the Team Rocket Grunts in the area. Basically my main goal was to defeat as many as I can and try to find the keypad, and then be able to find the bed so where you can heal in Silphco, and then also find my rival, and then prep from there. The level cap is, I believe it's 50 or 47. Right here, this one Team Rocket Grunt has a Hypno, and with Kingpin, we're just doing some stuff doing strength, and I go for a Thunderbolt hoping it will kill, but it doesn't. And the Hypno gets a critical hit on Psychic, and I lose my starter. I lose Kingpin. It kind of sucks. So here's the thing. It sucks, but I'm not as devastated as I should be. Pikachu is so frail in this, and Smith plays in his team did work on some things to get Pikachu stronger, but a Psychic from a Hypno or like any good Psychic Pokemon is gonna hurt it. So I hate it, but at the same time I feel like it was kind of unavoidable. This other match right here is I didn't heal, and I don't learn from these a lot. Sean lands an awesome horn drill here, which is pretty cool, and almost dies to a Psychic. But fortunately, Banan, my Ninetales, is able to get the kill here. We're at the point in the game where a lot of Pokemon are going to learn moves like Wrap and Fire Spin, and basically the constricting moves, and they're absolutely busted in this game. I gambled and I shouldn't have, and will I learn my lesson from this? I don't think so. After mourning the loss of Kingpin, I get a new electric type for my box. It's going to be Magnemite. Fade the Magnemite, I should say. Level him up to a Magneton, and basically I get my team ready to fight Adam. So right here, he leads off with a Parasect, and I lead with Mass Dark, who one-shots with Fire Punch. His next Pokemon is going to be Gyarados, and Mass Dark is going to be able to get the 2 shots with Thunder Punch. I'm trying to use Hitmonchan since it basically has better special in this game, and I kind of wanted to use it as like a Swiss Army knife to use super effective moves. So far, I like it. Right here, he goes into Rhydon, and I switch into Kokiri, who I expected to take a Rock Slide, but that's okay because I get the one-shot with Surf. His next Pokemon is going to be Alakazam, and I really don't have a good switch into it. Banan and Ninetales would probably be good, but fortunately I outspeed and I just one-shot with Fly. And then the last Pokemon is going to be Jolteon. And right here, I switch into Sean the Nidoking, who's just going to use his signature move Earthquake, and we get the win. So, yeah, pretty riskless. The Rock Slide on Gyarados was a little iffy, but otherwise, I felt pretty good on how I played this out. It honestly just sucks losing Kingpin to Rocket Grunt, but oh well. Afterwards, I talk to the gentleman next to Adam, and he gives me a Lapras, and I nickname her Escobar. I run back to heal before going to the next teleporter, and I fight Jesse and James one last time. So this being the final fight between them, they're going to have their full team with, basically they had one last Pokemon from the anime they hadn't introduced yet. They lead off with Weezing, and we're going to start with a little Sean sweep here. We go with an Earthquake that gets the one shot. We are over leveled for this because we're also prepping for the Sabrina fight. Next Pokemon is Lickitung, and it really can't do much to us, so an Earthquake and a Sludge gets the knockout. Their next Pokemon is Arbok, which an Earthquake just gets the kill. And then the next Pokemon is going to be Meowth, and we're going to go for a double kick. I respect just keeping Meowth, but yeah, it makes it pretty easy. And our last Pokemon is Victory Bell. So we go for an Earthquake that just barely misses the one-shot, and then it starts to use Wrap. So because this will be several turns of this crap, I decide to just go and switch into Banan, who is able to outspeed and kill with a Flamethrower. So really easy, very, very straightforward. Okay, next it's time to take on Giovanni. So right here, this is a pretty. He has a pretty good team. A lot of Pokemon from like his team in the anime. He's going to lead off with a Kingler, and he has a Golem in the back. So I lead off with Benji, and we're going to show like the power of Benji here. We have the always critical hit Razor Leaf, which gets the knockout on Kingler, and then we go for a Wrap. And because we outspeed, basically we're going to get some turns of Wrap in, and this Kangaskhan is not going to be able to do anything. So after 5 turns of Wrap and then 1 critical hit Razor Leaf just gets a knockout. Like, Victory Bell is insane. He goes with a Machoke, and not seeing this thing be able to do much to me, I go for a Razor Leaf. We get hit with a Rock Slide, which is whatever, and then a Sludge gets the finishes it off. And then his next Pokemon is Golem. So again, we're just going to go for a Razor Leaf. This will definitely get the one-shot. It's a crit, by the way. And then his last Pokemon is going to be his trusty Persian. We do also learn Sleep Powder here, which is awesome. Sleep Powder, Wrap, Razor Leaf, Sludge. This is just the perfect moveset for Victory Bell, in my opinion. So right here, we go into Persian. It outspeeds us, so if I do end up hitting the Wrap, but this is a little dicey to stay in here. So what I decide to do is I go into my Kokiri. But again, because of the whole smart AI thing, it's the AI sees this, and it goes for a Thunderbolt, actually. So now I need to switch into someone else. And it actually knows Bubble Beam, so I didn't want to go into Sean. So I actually go into Fade the Magneton, who makes his debut on the show. He's able to take a Slash, and then we get the knockout of a Thunderbolt, and that takes care of Giovanni. A little scary towards the end there, but overall, just love showing off the power of Victory Bell here. And we get our Master Ball from the CEO of Silphco. Okay, so after dealing with Team Rocket, now it's time to continue our gym challenge and fight Sabrina for the 6th badge. So the level cap here is 47. Like Erica and Koga, she would have a different team if you fight her as like the 5th or the 6th badge. But so basically, in honor of Yellow version, she does still have the full Abra line plus 2 more Pokemon. So right here, we start with Banan, who's able to get some Fire Spins off, and then is able to get the finish off the Abra with a Nightshade. Her next Pokemon is going to be a Hypno, and we still outspeed, so we're just going to continue to abuse the Fire Spin shenanigans right here. And now Fire Spin has a chance to miss, but I'm just being very fortunate right now, and I'm landing all of them. And then we go for a Nightshade, which has a base power of 80 in this game, but it wasn't enough to knock out Hypno, but a second one does. Her next Pokemon is going to be Mr. Mime, and again, might be a little boring here, but we're just going to keep doing the Fire Spin shenanigans. And then we finish off the Mr. Mime with a Flamethrower. So, good showing here. Next is Abra, which we still outspeed miraculously. And right here I go for a Flamethrower. Does not get the kill. And then Kadabra goes for a Psychic, which I think a crit would have actually killed me. And I decide to switch into Fade, who has a very good special stat. And me fearing that Fade is still going to die, I decide to go into Abolexel, the Pidgeot, who takes a Psywave pretty well, and I go for a Quick Attack, which gets the knockout. Now right here, Abolexel is unfortunately, if he dies here, he dies. But fortunately, I outspeed. I land my Sky Attack, and we get the one-shot Alakazam, which, no shy to Alakazam. If it had a turn to attack, it probably would have killed me. But yeah, we got my 6th badge here, and no deaths. So I'm riding high here. Rest in peace, Pikachu. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next episode.